everybody. Happy Thursday. David here, that tea fanatic. Figured I'd do a review on a collection that David's Tea just recently re-released, which is their Matcha Boosted collection. Now, this collection came out a few years ago, and I really liked it, and I bought all the teas. And for the longest time, David's Tea only had, I think, one tea that was kind of dusted with matcha, and that was the Buzz. I'll go into that in a minute. But what is Matcha Boosted Tea? So it's, instead of making matcha traditional way where you have just the powder and you have to whisk it and whatnot, this is actual tea, and it's dusted with matcha. So you can make it the traditional way with an infuser, tea bag, etc. So I figured, since they re-released all these, I would do a quick little video on it. So here we go. So back to the Buzz. So the Buzz was a core tea that they had for a number of years, which was just recently retired, I think in the last year or so. But it is had been one of my favorites for quite a while, and I still have a bunch, and it is one of those matcha dusted teas, and it is technically a mate because it does have mate in it, so they categorized it as such. And it's got ginger, and it's got ginseng, and it's got guarana powder, and it's dusted with matcha, and it's got lemon in it. So the two strongest notes for me are the lemon and the ginger in it. But this is the Buzz, and I decided to make a little cup of that. And it's been a while since I've had this, at least a few months. Yeah, it's really nice. Light lemon, hint of a zing from the ginger, and of course a little bit of the cloudiness for the ginger from the matcha. But it doesn't have tons of matcha in it like some of the other ones. When you see the other cups, you'll know that it's definitely got a lot of matcha in there. But this one sadly is no longer available. But I figured I would review it since it is their I guess OG matcha dusted tea. All right. So on to the next one. Now this one I didn't make a cup of because I didn't really feel like making it, but I had made the other ones. And that is a twist on a Japanese classic, and that is the matcha Jinmaika. So Jinmaika, in case you don't know, is a very traditional Japanese tea, which is just green tea and roasted rice. And it is really cool. It was originally concocted because of tea shortages during the war and after the war, meaning World War II. So what they did is they added roasted rice to make the tea last longer, to kind of stretch it out. So you can see it is, you can see all the rice pieces in there are green instead of that white and brown, which you see some of the roasted rice in there, because it is dusted with matcha. And I really like Jinmaika on its own. I like it with the matcha. It gives it a little bit more body and a little bit more flavor. So if you like Jinmaika, I definitely suggest you try this one out. It is definitely delicious, and this blend is actually organic too, which is really nice. So that's the matcha Jinmaika. Next, we have another returning favorite of mine is Zestfully Green. This was originally, I believe, released as part of their wellness collection. It is a green tea base. I have it in one of their cool limited edition ceramic jars that they had at the time. It is a green tea. It's got apple, it's got sweet blackberry leaves, it's got ginger, it's got orange peel, I believe it's got lemon flavoring, and it's dusted with matcha. And it is definitely a little bit darker, as you can see from the matcha dusting in there. This one's definitely heavier on the ginger than the Buzz, so a little bit different. It doesn't have the mate or guarana or ginseng in it. I really like this one a lot. The name is also very clever. But ginger is the #1 ingredient on this blend, so it has definitely got that nice zing of ginger, which I do love. So what's the point of matcha dusted teas? I was like, originally was like, what was the point of that? So it's nice because you get a little bit more of the matcha nutrients without having the worry of the fuss and the muss of making a matcha, especially if you don't have time to make it that day. And I like that all the flavor profiles are so different in the current matcha dusted collection. So this is kind of like the spicier of the bunch. You got the Jamaica, which is the more traditional of the bunch. Next is another one of my favorites. So happy that this came back, and I just got recently restocked on this one. Is matcha ice cream. So this one is another green tea base, and they're all pretty much green tea bases except for the Mango Boost. It is green tea based, and it's got tons of pieces of sliced almonds in it. It's got white chocolate. It's dusted with matcha, of course, and I think it's got little pieces of sugar granules or something in there. So that's the matcha ice cream. I just made it plain and hot. I do prefer this one as an iced latte. Definitely the dessert tea of the bunch. It is sweet and it's creamy. It's really nice on its own, honestly. I think this one has stevia extract in it, so it doesn't really need any additional sweetener as far as I'm concerned. And you get a little of the nuttiness from the almond. I don't know if I would consider this, matcha ice cream flavor, but it's definitely a dessert vibe, and it is absolutely terrific. This one is good any way you make it, I think. It is good hot, it is good iced, it is good hot latte, good iced latte. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. It goes down so smooth, it's so creamy and nutty, and it's just great, and I'm so happy it came back. Very, very, very excited. And my favorite of the bunch, which I know I've talked about, I think, on other videos, is Mango Boost. So this one was originally classified as an herbal, which is kind of technically is because it doesn't have a tea base to it. It is pieces of mango, pieces of ginger, pieces of apple. I believe it has some natural lychee flavoring in it, and it is dusted with matcha. So all the fruit pieces in the mix are all green. It looks like green pellets strewn throughout the tin. It is absolutely quite delicious. I made a iced tea of this, which is my favorite way to drink it, and you can see it is very dark and murky. It is just, I've been drinking, and since they came back with this, I bought a whole bunch, and I'm drinking it almost every single day. Oh, it is just phenomenal. I know it's got ginger in it, but I don't taste it at all. I really get the mango and the lychee in it the most. The sweetness of the apple as well just gives it that real natural sweetness. But it's got a little bit of body to it because of the matcha in it, and it is just absolutely so refreshing. And it's almost, the matcha gives it almost a creaminess to it, which I just absolutely love. I could down this by the gallon daily, and I have a feeling I might have to stock on up it a second time because I'm just going through this so quickly. So, matcha dusted teas, or matcha boosted collection as they call it. Have you guys tried any of these? I mean, I love them all. I'm going to stock up on all of them. I only stocked up on the matcha ice cream and the mango boost so far, but I do need to buy more of the matcha Jamaica and zestfully green. Have you guys tried any of these? What are your thoughts? Love, hate, whatever. It's all good. I would love to know how you feel about them. And yeah, drop them in the comments if you feel like. And as always, thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. And be well, be safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.